Welcome to Beyond the Diet. This is your space to transform your relationship with weight, food, and the changes that come with each stage of your life. So you move through womanhood, embodying your feminine strength and radiance. Led by me, Audrie.
And me, Kristina. We are your weight, wellness, and women's health guides and coaches. This channel gives you practical tips, holistic practices, and transformational insights to help you release that stubborn weight naturally and easily.
Improve your digestion and metabolism.
Balance your hormones.
Implement holistic practices for stress relief, energy, women's health, and balance.
And we ultimately help you step into your power as the vibrant, unstoppable woman you were always meant to be.
Join us to learn about listening to your body, eating with awareness, and living in a way that supports your unique stage of womanhood.
Every week you'll find empowering videos on weight loss, women's health, yoga, Ayurveda, and the lifestyle shifts that are designed to help you feel at home in your body again.
This is your invitation to step into womanhood differently. This is Yoga to Transform.
Hi.
Hi, welcome to Yoga to Transform podcast number 3.
Yeah, so good to be with you again and have a bit of a chat about something that lots of people have been asking you, Kristina.
Yeah, lots of people ask this all the time in the personal training world. Everyone wants to know, how much exercise should I be doing and how much exercise is enough? And then what exercise should I be doing?
Wow, that's a pretty good question because probably people are really wondering about that.
Absolutely.
I think they've done the best thing, though, to ask you and be your person, and have them work with you as a personal trainer.
Yeah, exactly. And I guess most of we're all about women, so we're just going to talk about women and also really women over the age of 35. But if you're younger than 35, this is okay. This will apply to you as well.
That's right. So we've got some general guidelines, haven't we, from the
American Medical Association.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So they're saying that you need to have around 150 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So that could be 5 lots of 30 minutes over the week, or divide it up how you feel is best. But that would be the minimum. Is that how you look at it?
Yeah, that's kind of, I mean, like that's the thing is, like, if you think you need to be moving, you're right. And how much you need to be moving is 150 minutes a week minimum.
Right.
Yeah. All right. And if you're already doing that, tick, wonderful. But if you want to be moving to like maintain the quality of life, lose some weight, or whatever your goals might be, and this is where the exercise question isn't that straightforward in terms of giving you a direct answer, right?
Yeah, because obviously the type of work that you do or how active you are in your life as well would make a difference, wouldn't it?
Absolutely. Absolutely. We need to take in all kinds of factors when talking about exercise, because you're right, if you've got a heavy lifting physical job, back in the olden days, gyms weren't so required because people were carrying big sacks of potatoes and pushing wheelbarrows.
So even just sweeping and those kind of manual tasks that we've got machines to do these days.
Exactly. So yes, there's a whole lot extra work that we do. We have to do in terms of moving our bodies, because our bodies are designed to move.
That's right. That's right. That's right. So,
and we feel happiest, and there's science around this, around when you contract your muscle and move your muscle, like you actually are releasing the feel-good hormones in your body that make you feel good. So if you're, a lot of my clients are actually just exercising, A, not because it's good for their body, but B, because it's actually great for their mental health.
They feel better. They've got more, happiness in their life, more joy.
Absolutely, absolutely. And you know what? When you're on the treadmill running as hard as you can or walking as hard as you can and you're huffed and you're puffed, you're not really going to be worrying about those things that are getting you down.
So that's interesting. The huff and puff, that's important too, isn't it?
Yeah.
So kind of calling it huffy puffy can answer a comment but can't really hold a conversation. That's
correct. Yeah. So I was training someone today, gorgeous client. She turned up. She's like, now I've been thinking about, I wanted to integrate 2 cardios and 2 weight trainings, which is a great combination. 2 cardios, 2 weight trainings a week. And she's like, so I thought, given you've been helping me with the weight training, you'd help me with the cardio today. I was like, oh, you poor lady.
So was she the runner or was she just the walker?
Yeah, what we did with her, so the thing with the cardio, right, is huffy puffy. You have to get to the point where it's hard to have a conversation and you are actually like heavy breathing, all right? So imagine that person that calls you back in the olden days when we used to do prank phone calls, like you've got the heavy breathing going on and your cardio, your heart rate is up. So when I talked to her, and this is some really good science as well that all of you could start applying, because everyone's saying HIIT training's the thing to do and all of this, it's like what training works is the training that you like to do and that you're going to do, right?
Yeah. So but like the thing about having a gym membership's not very useful unless you make use of it and actually go to the gym and then make it even better by having a personal trainer.
Correct. That is true. Like many of my clients have had gym memberships for a few years and really not spent any time in the gym working out until they've been in contact with me. Or
yeah.
One of my clients was like, 5 years ago, I wrote a goal about my health and fitness, and I'm finally doing something about it.
Wow.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, okay, so the huffy puffy. So if you are if you want to just stick with your 150 minutes per week and make it really efficient, then the huffy puffy is 90 minutes of that 150. So that's 3 30-minute sessions, okay? There's some new science that I heard the other day, which is basically if you do 4 minutes at 80% of your heart rate, so that's 220 minus your age, and then 4 minutes at like 50 to 60% of your heart rate. So as a recovery, that's actually the best kind of cardio to get you into for your longevity, for your cardio and respiratory system. That's what I did today with my beautiful client. Right? What that involved, and as you get fitter, the exercise effort that you have to put in gets harder, right? Because you get fitter and you need to work harder to achieve that 80% heart rate.
Right.
You know, because your heart's like, oh, I know what I'm doing here. I can handle this.
Yeah.
And
so just say those numbers again. So that's 220 minus your age.
Yeah.
That is your maximum heart rate, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. And then from then on,
80%.
80% of that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, so there's some math going on there.
Yeah.
So when I work out, I'm kind of typically, if I'm working at the 80%, then I'm working at the 160, kind of 165 zone.
Right.
Yeah.
Which would be too much for me.
Yeah.
Because I'm
true.
a bit older than you.
Exactly. This is true, right?
Right. Yeah.
But again,
depending on your fitness level.
Yes, because that for some people like your age, they're so fit that 80% means that they're running on the treadmill with an incline. And then for other people your age, 80% might mean that they're walking with no incline.
Right.
Yeah. So that kind of helps you give a good gauge of where you're at. And it's actually a darn good workout. I'm my personality type. So you do 4 minutes, yeah, exactly. Or you just miss that, like Kristina likes running and going fast and doesn't like wasting time. So if you know anything about Ayurveda, that's a Vata Pitta combination. So basically, it's 4 minutes on, 4 minutes off, 4 times, right? And that's basically a 30-minute workout.
Right.
And it's a really good workout. Now, being me, I was like, 4 minutes off is too long.
But surely there's good science about the recovery.
There is, but So I've modified it, which is 4 minutes on, 2 minutes off.
Yes,
right?
Yes,
so
I can see that.
Which is like, of course you have. Of course you have. So that's kind of what I do in terms of some cardio, but it depends on where you're starting. So if you're not very fit, you need to really just start with going for a 30-minute walk. Get your body moving.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah. So that's
okay.
Cardio.
So that's the cardio 3 times.
3 times cardio, huffy puffy. We just gave you a little workout routine you could try, but heck, you can do whatever you like. You can, yeah.
But sometimes it's good to have a starting point, isn't it? So
Absolutely.
it's that 4 on, 4 off, or if you're more desperate to keep going, it's 4 on, 2 off.
Yes, exactly. 4 times.
Yeah.
And maybe you could do 5
times.
And the thing there is that could be you running, that could be you walking, that could be you walking up hills, that could be going swimming. That you can do 4 minutes of 80% intensity where you're feeling quite huffed and puffed, and then 4 minutes or 2 minutes of a little bit of recovery and doing that again.
Does it make any difference with where your starting heart rate is? For example, because that can be an indicator of how fit you are. So if you've got a lower heart rate, it's going to take more effort to get to the higher.
Correct.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. So that again, that's the but also too so the lower heart rate when you're a little bit fitter, means obviously you are going to have to work harder.
A little bit harder to get
higher.
there.
And then when you do the recovery, what you'll probably notice is that your heart rate will come down quite quickly too if you're fitter. And then there'll be a little spike probably about a minute after it's recovered where it goes back up again and then comes back down. So all of that's really good in terms of heart rate variability. So cardio...
Because we want the heart to have experience of variability, don't we?
Correct.
That's right. We don't want to just be it to be just pumping in its usual. We want to give it some stress and then some relief.
Yes, perfect. And one of the ways that we can do that is breathing.
Okay.
Yeah, because the heart is nestled in your left lung, right?
Yeah, that's right.
It's part of the breathing is actually helping massage the heart and keeping it beating as well, just as much. Which is why the ancient yogis, when the heart rate variability, some of the practices are actually just pranayama practices.
Yeah.
Breathing practices. Yeah. So lengthening your breath for 5, breathing in for a count of 6, holding the breath, breathing out for a count of 6. That's a heart rate variability exercise.
There you go.
Who knew? You don't even need to start running on a treadmill.
Yay, good news.
But you really should.
Okay.
You should. Well, you do aqua jogging.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, so you do your
and I do hill walks.
And you do hill walks. And you do them with your friends. And I think that's the thing that's really important.
Yeah. And I think what you said at the beginning about unless you like it, you're not going to do that exercise. You know, I used to love step classes. But the day that my step class instructor was away and they changed it to circuit, Audrey packed up and went home because I don't like circuit. It reminds me of school too much. Yeah. So you need to do something that you're going to do because you like it.
Correct. That's correct. And you know what, you will change. There'll be seasons in your life, like you said, I love step and then they change it to circuit. And you probably wouldn't go back to a step class now.
Oh, I would.
Oh, yeah, you would.
Yeah, it's a bit old-fashioned though. They don't really have...
No, they don't. But I loved step class too.
Yeah, so
cool.
dancey and
I know.
Anyway, I've found someone online that's doing it in her home, so I might just...
Ooh, that's exciting.
Fun exercise with Jackie or something. But anyway,
there you
we
go.
digress.
So then, so do something that you enjoy and make sure that you are scheduling it in and that you've got that 30 minutes or to 45 minutes or however you break it up, right? And that's a bare minimum of exercise, really, because your body is designed to move and that 10,000 steps a day isn't included in the 30 minutes of exercise, right? You should aim to kind of do your 10,000 steps on top of your 30 minutes of exercise.
Yeah, just so you're living your life by being active. Correct. And then this is on top of it.
Correct.
Yeah. Yay.
And then the other thing too is weight training, right? So the cardio is working your respiratory and your cardio system, very important systems to be worked, and also your lymphatic system because your lymphatic system works because you're moving, you bend your elbow and you're pumping the lymphs around the body. So weight training is then for women really imperative, right? Thou shalt be weight training. Now, for many years, until my late 30s, I got away with pump class and yoga every single day, right? That was enough weight training. And it was because of my body type. I was quite muscular. I had a quite muscular physique. And looked athletic and was thin, right? Because of my natural constitution. Yeah. And so the weight training was technically pump is a cardio class. It's not a strength class. Right? So technically it's a cardio class, and yoga and Pilates are body weight training. And that was enough for me because you're squeezing your muscles, you're using your body weight. So I would do that pretty much every single day. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's what you do.
Yeah.
You've got your yoga practice.
That's right. Yep.
Yeah. And we recommend yoga from a flexibility and mobility kind of perspective, and also balance training, as should be part of your workout. And I would include that on top of the 150 minutes a day as well, 150 minutes a week. Yeah, I know. Yeah. But again, like if you can only do one yoga class a week, great. Or one Pilates class a week, great. Like get there, do that, because you want to be flexible, you want to be mobile, and you want to be balanced. And those start to decline if you don't use them.
That's right. And that's really important for aging well and being safe.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, the biggest risk factor as we get older is falling over. Yeah. And breaking something, and the decline that happens after that is pretty rapid. So that's body weight training, and it works particularly if you're younger, right? So as a younger person, that was enough for me to be doing. Then it became not enough. This magical moment in my life. And that's where we get into the heavy weight training, or the weight training using resistance weights, using machines in a gym. Yeah.
And so that would be twice a week, into those other two 30 minutes.
Yeah. Typically, a personal training session with me is 45 minutes, and I think that that's enough time to do a really good all-over body workout. And here's the thing, right? So there's a lot of science around, and if you talk to a man, they'll say you need to do your back day and your leg day and your push day and your pull day and your whatever day. Shoulder day, right? Chest day. What's today? Arm day. Yeah. And actually, there's the science says that doing an all-over body workout, every workout, is actually the best way for you to get results.
Okay.
So you don't need to do a leg day or a back day or an arm day or a chest day, right?
Just do it.
Just show up, work your whole body, go home. Do that at least twice a week. I try to do it 3 times a week, but twice a week I think is enough in terms of getting results and also making progress. Now, the philosophy that I use when I'm training my women, and it really seems to work in terms of getting results for them, is around heavy. Right? Training heavy. So that's where we're looking at how heavy can you push this weight with reps to a max of 10, but it could be 4. So the other day, as an example, I was on the machine, because when I'm working out, I'm normally working out between my clients, and I normally have about 45 minutes, right? So that tells you that I'm doing probably a 35-minute weight training session 3 times a week. And that's enough for me. And then I'm just doing what I can. I have a general plan for each day, but it depends on what's available, because if it's Monday and it's busy, I'll do what I can. So as an example, note, you have to work up to this, and I wouldn't do it unsupervised. All right? So I was on the chest press machine, and aiming, like doing 42 and a half as my weight, right? So that's 42 and a half kilograms of pressing weight out. And that was a little bit too much that day. And some days it's a bit too much. So I dropped it down to 40. And the first set, I got 5 reps out. All right. And I think, or 6 reps, sorry, let's just say. Then the second set, I got 4 reps out. And then the third set, I got 2 reps out. All right. I did some what I call drop setting. It might not be the technical term, where after the 6 reps, I then dropped the weight down and did the last 4 at a lower weight. So I did do 10 reps, but the training reps that I was doing was at a weight that was maximum for me, where I was getting 6, 4, 2. It might have been 3, but or 6, 4, 4 even. I can't remember, but I wasn't pushing out 10, and I definitely couldn't have pushed another rep out. Like the 6 was like when I was like, can I do 7? Brain was willing, body wasn't moving. Yeah. So, but that requires a lot of strength, and it's a real mindset, that game. Yeah.
And how do your women enjoy that one?
Good. I mean, I don't have a lot of women who we're kind of training at that level. A lot of the comfort zone is more in the, let's just do the 10 reps and it's hard.
Yeah, right. Rather than the 6 reps and it's excruciating.
Yeah. Rather than, well, it's not that it's excruciating. It's just that I just can't do a 7th rep.
Yeah.
Even though I want to, right? Yeah. So most of them would be training in that 10 zone, but I am thinking about doing a small group.
Ooh.
Yeah. Like 4 women, 4 exercises, 4 reps, 4 times. Yeah,
okay.
So that'll probably be next year.
Okay, sounds cool.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be great. It'll be
Excellent.
Great. Yeah.
Excellent.
So that heavy, and the reason that we want to be lifting heavy weights, but any kind of resistance is better than just the body weight after 35, is because of your muscles atrophy. So we're trying to combat muscle atrophy and also trying to build muscle, because muscle is the tissue of youth.
Right.
It is like, if you have muscle, you can still be active and have a good quality of life. The muscle starts to go away, then your balance goes, your coordination goes, your strength goes, your mobility goes, everything starts going. So working out to have a good quality of life, and I've had a lot of clients say they've been to family functions and there's this, the 80-year-old who is active and the 80-year-old who isn't active, and seeing the stark contrast.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Cool. So let us know what you're doing, where you'd like a change, and if you're able to get to Christchurch or be in Christchurch, you can contact us and have some personal training with Kristina, or you can just contact us online and we can figure something out for you. It'd be great.
Yeah, well, I think that's the thing, is that you can work online with us in terms of us creating programs to help you, because also the exercise that's right for you depends on your goals.
That's right. That's right.
So quality of life versus weight loss versus etc. And there's a whole lot of other stuff that we can wrap around. So definitely get in contact. We can work with you wherever you are in the world or in New Zealand.
That's right.
Yeah. And
we'll see you again next time. Don't forget to have a look on our events page and see what else you might like to join, maybe a course or have some personal training with us.
Or join our body breakthrough that happens January every single year, January 11, every single year. It kicks off 21 days of guided support to really kick you into the body that you want for that year. All right.
Perfect.
Thanks for listening. Namaste.
Namaste.